Sit back and let's enjoy some mindless murder. What's going on, PS Nation? This is Biddaman. Today, I'm reviewing Hotline Miami. Now, Hotline Miami puts you in the shoes of an unnamed protagonist. You throw on different masks that give you different abilities, and you just pretty much go through and kill everybody. I mean, you kill everybody in the level, leave no survivors, and that's pretty much it for the game. I mean, it's simple, but it's so much fun. Now, the graphics of the game, they're good, as you can see on the screen. They seem to suit the game. I really enjoy them, but there is maybe one or two spots that has this friggin' door glitch that really messes me up. But it's only one or two times. But you go through this door, and it's clearly not in front of you, but you shoot your gun, and it still hits the door, and it gives the enemies a clear shot on you. Yeah, like I said, it only happens like one or two times in the entire game, so it's nothing major. The gameplay of it, it's fun, it's fast, it's challenging, it's really good. I really enjoy the game. I've been playing this game for a couple months on the Vita, and I love it. I picked it up on the PS4, and I was just right back where I was. I can't say that I love it enough. I mean, it's a great, fun, challenging game, and the best part is when you spawn into a game, there's different weapon pickups all over the level, and each time you spawn, you get killed and you spawn back, the weapons change. So you might have a baseball bat here, and then if you die and come back, that might turn into a machine gun or a shotgun, or or anything. As you progress through the game, you'll unlock more and more weapons. So it might start off as a baseball bat, but by the end of the game, you'll have like a 6-shooter or something. It's really cool, and just doing that, just changing the weapon pickups, that changes the whole dynamic of the level, because, I mean, you have to be a little more careful if you only have a metal pipe, but if you have a shotgun, hell, you can go guns blazing, screw it. So I really enjoyed that. That really changes and mixes things up for me and keeps the whole game fresh, and just allows me, I can expect a different experience, over and over and over and over, even though it's the same level, and that's really cool. And the controls are tight and spot on, man. I mean, they're great. Now the controls are tight, they're spot on. You press R2 to lock on a button. No, I'm sorry, you press L2 to lock on the button, R2 to shoot, L1 you can use that in conjunction with the right stick, and you can look around, or you can use the touchpad to look around and kind of scope out other rooms before you actually enter them. My only issue with the controls, which it's not an issue because it's not the game's fault, it's more my fault. In the heat of battle, people are rushing into the room that you're stuck in, and you're trying to pick up or drop the weapon that you're in, and you're just going frantic, and you will press the wrong button. I did many times, and it ended up getting me killed. But I think it's more me not, kind of, keeping my cool and going through with it, and I'm just, holy shit, everybody's running in. And I think so it's not the game's fault that I just freak out. So you can't talk about this game without mentioning the sound and soundtrack. Now the sound's really, really good. I really enjoy the sound effects. When you hit somebody with a baseball bat, it sounds wet, man. You hit somebody in the head with a baseball bat, vicious sounding. And you hit somebody with a pipe or whatever, knife, doesn't matter. You feel it, you hear it, it's great. But the soundtrack, now that's perfect. That's it. The soundtrack's perfect. It fits every scene in the game. There's not one part where it's like, that just doesn't sound right. It's the music's not jiving with the scene. No, none of that. It's just beautiful. I love the soundtrack. One of the few soundtracks I would actually go out and buy, but it's only available on SoundCloud. Now there is no online, but there's online leaderboards, and in that you'll find a score chase element. At the end of each level, you get graded. You do this, you do that. You hit somebody with a door, you get this many points. You kill somebody, you get this many points. And at the end, it adds up all your points. You get a grade, you get a final score, and that goes to the leaderboard. And you can compete with the global leaderboards, or you can compete with your friends for a little score chasing. It's really fun, really fun. Now the replayability for this one is really big. just the simple fact that each weapon changes every time you start or respawn in a level, that's big, because I mean, like I said, it changes the whole dynamic of the level. It can, just that simple thing can make the level, you know, a living hell, or just, you can just breeze through it. So the cross save between PS3 and Vita, it's really good, and you just sync it up with the servers on your PS4, grab your Vita, go somewhere else, boom, you're right where you left off. So my final score for this one, I give it a 9.5. You know, good graphics, great gameplay, tight controls, excellent, just fucking excellent soundtrack and sound effects. And the fact that it doesn't have online, that really doesn't ding it for me. I mean, I don't see how a game like this would really be that fun online in like a deathmatch mode. I mean, I'm sure they can make it work, but I'm not really, it doesn't seem like an online deathmatch or whatever would fit this kind of game. And just the high replayability. Now there is a story to the game, but it's not that major that you don't pay attention to it. You know, it's not like Metal Gear, where if you don't pay attention to the story, you're not going to enjoy the game. Whereas this one, you don't really have to know the story. You can just play through and go kill people and do your thing. But if you want to try to figure out the story, there's little puzzle pieces that you can find throughout each level, and you pick them up, and at a certain point, I'm not gonna give anything away, you solve the puzzle and it'll give you a super secret ending. But other from that, I mean, there is a story, but it's not something you have to really pay attention to and listen to. You can skip all the cutscenes and have just as much fun as somebody that paid attention to the story, and I love that about this game. So, like I said, great game. Final score's a 9.5. I couldn't recommend this game enough. It's very violent, and I'll warn you on that one, it is very violent. Like I said, 9.5. Excellent, excellent game. This is Biddaman. Have a good one.